I tested every single indicator, and all of them failed, except for one. I tried every different indicator type, whether on the chart or under the chart, and even tried different settings on each of these indicators. But after going through hundreds of them, the result was always the same. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, and my results were flat at best. No matter what angle or what method I tried, I couldn't get my P&L off the ground, and I was going to give up trading completely until I tried one last indicator, the volume profile. That's when my P&L finally started climbing. So in this video, I'm going to show you why indicators secretly kept me stuck and how to use volume profile to actually start stacking green days. Now, the reason all indicators fail is because they're not actually real. They're an illusion because they don't actually have a purpose. Because think about why you put an indicator on your chart in the first place. You're looking at a chart with some candlesticks on it, right? And this comes with a lot of noise and uncertainty in most situations. Price action is not an easy thing to read. So you add an indicator, which gives you a different perspective on the price action that you're seeing, and hopefully clears up some of the noise. But here's the problem. And this is going to be the key difference between volume profile and all the other indicators. You don't actually get a different perspective on the price. Every indicator is just a calculation run on the price itself. That's all it is. And this is super important to understand because we need to know how the market actually functions if we want to trade it correctly. So we have indicators that appear under the chart in their own section. These are indicators like MACD, stochastics, ATR, and many others. Then we have indicators that appear on the chart itself. And these are things like Bollinger Bands, VWAP, fair value gaps, and more. And all of these are simply a mathematical formula from something that you already see. It's just taking the candlesticks on the chart and rearranging it another way. There is no new information you're getting here. So maybe sometimes you might catch something that you wouldn't have caught before, but it doesn't do anything meaningful beyond that. It doesn't actually get us to our goal of being able to consistently stack green days. Because to do that, rearranging price action on our chart isn't enough. We need to actually understand what's going on internally, and that's where we'll be able to see our chart for what it actually is and trade it with full clarity. And that's exactly what the volume profile allows you to do. Because here's what the volume profile actually is. It's a tool that measures how much volume is traded at every single price level, and it shows you visually on the left side of the chart. Now here's how the market works on the inside. We're trading at a certain price, and what that means is that there is a certain amount of buying volume at that price from buyers, and a certain amount of selling volume at that price from sellers. And at this point in time, that buying volume and selling volume is relatively equal. So if there's 200 buy orders coming in on one side, then there's going to be roughly 200 sell orders on the other side to match it. And that keeps the price stable at this point. But if we suddenly get 500 buy orders and we don't have enough sell orders to match it, then those buy orders have to go somewhere. So they're going to get filled at the next best price, which is going to be the one right above. And this is going to continue happening until either the buy orders get filled or we get enough selling volume that comes in to neutralize it. That's what's constantly happening behind the scenes. When your chart is printing red and green candlesticks, it's basically showing the story of how buyers and sellers interacted all day. Now here's where volume profile comes in. Every order that gets filled is a transaction, and the volume profile is just the number of these transactions at a certain price point. And these vary greatly based on the price. Some levels have a lot of volume, while others have less. So we can see that certain points attract a lot of activity from buyers and sellers, while others don't. That's extremely important information. At first, you might look at the volume at different price points and ask yourself why it even matters. And it's true that to the untrained eye, it just looks like a lot of noise. Because what does it matter if we have more volume at one level than at another? But volume, and especially when it's volume by price, gives us extremely valuable information. We're able to see where large amounts of money and activity flowed through the market. We can pinpoint exactly where that is. And that's basically revealing where the largest positions are in the market. And where the largest positions move before, they're likely to move back to later. Because that's where all the liquidity and all the orders are. It's kind of like these positions have their own gravitational pull. So when it comes to analyzing the volume profile, you want to look for the highest volume areas, and these will show you where the market is positioned to move to next. Compare that to indicators, which are simply based on the price. The price is already surface level information, And now you're running that surface level information through a mathematical formula to get another piece of surface level information. And you wonder why it doesn't work. But with the volume profile, we're going a layer deeper. We're actually seeing what's happening inside those candles, so they can't fool us with their appearance. So we might be at a certain price level, and the chart itself is messy and choppy. You're in a trade, but you can't properly determine where you should target. If you're just using price action or price action and indicators, then targets are vague and inaccurate. You'll be too early or too late mostly. There isn't really a way to find a clean target every time. But now, let's say we have volume profile. We can see the highest concentrations of volume, so we know what level the price will be attracted to next. This wouldn't have been clear on just a candlestick chart. That's really what makes volume profile superior to other indicators. It's not based on the price, it's based on volume and trading activity. That's what gives you insight into the market's real moves. It's very easy for the market to deceive you with price action because it can look a certain way and then do the opposite of what you think it'll do. And it's not like the market does this on purpose to target you specifically, but it's just that it doesn't need to follow your predictions. It can do anything it wants to do. But if you're trying to read and interpret that to find some meaning in it when it's mostly noise, then you're going to get burnt. It's like trying to predict the weather by staring at a thermometer. The thermometer will go up and down and probably create some patterns on your chart over time, and those patterns might look like they work. But you aren't able to actually predict anything with accuracy over time. And even if you make an indicator based on the thermometer, it's not actually going to help you or make a difference in how well you can predict the weather. But with the volume profile, it's like seeing what the weather looks like behind the thermometer. And that's what makes it so effective. So now that you understand how the volume profile works, let me show you how to actually use it in real time to trade. And also, everything so far is just the volume profile on its own, and that alone puts you ahead of most traders. But if you want help applying this consistently in real time, I work with traders one-on-one in my LCE Accelerator program. We work together and have weekly group calls, a private one-on-one chat to keep you accountable, as well as a community all running the exact same system. If you're interested, the link is below. Now, there are a couple of different types of volume profile. If you're in TradingView and you go into the Indicators tab, go down to Technicals, and click where it says Profiles. You're going to see a bunch of different profiles. These are all variations of the volume profile, and it's really always telling you the same thing, which is the volume by price in the given area, but in different ways. The two main types are going to be volume profile displayed outside the price, either to the left or to the right, or volume profile displayed inside the price. So the indicator I have on my chart right now is called the visible range volume profile, and this is the volume profile displayed outside the price. It's to the right of the price, and it's showing all the volume of the price that's currently visible on our chart. I mean, that's why it's called the visible range. And this changes if we move the chart around or if we scroll further back, because we would be adding more data to the chart, and that adds past volume. But when it comes to visible range, we just need to focus on the most recent price action in our area. We don't need volume data from a year back or anything because it's basically irrelevant, especially when it comes to short-term moves and day trading. So what we see here is all the relevant volume for what we need. And if we add something like the session volume profile, which is going to be a profile that's displayed inside the price, we see the profiles per session. Now these two profiles look different, but all you're really doing is taking this data from the visible range and separating it by the day here. So that gives you a more detailed look into how the volume formed each day. These are really the only two volume profile types, and in this case, we only really need one, the visible range, because we don't need all the detail of the session profile for what I'm about to show you. In terms of the indicator settings, you're going to get the visible range with a row size of 24. And what this does is split the volume into 24 different sections on your chart. But that's obviously too large to read properly. We want to split it into smaller sections so we can get a more accurate read. We're going to change our row size from 24 to 200. Now your chart should look like this. And to actually analyze volume profile properly, we want to look at it the same way institutions do. Because institutions are loading up at these prices where the volume is high, then taking it to the next point where the volume is high and either adding to their position, getting out, or even reversing. So the way the market moves isn't with lagging signals from indicators. It's moving in real time with buyers and sellers moving between high volume points. The candles and patterns it takes to get there are irrelevant. It could get there in one large bearish engulfing candle or a very slow grind down. It doesn't matter to us because we're going to be positioned to take profit at the next point anyway. We just need to make sure we know where the market is most likely to move next. So if you take a look at the volume profile, you can mark out a few key areas with high volume. You have this central point, which is obviously the most prominent point on the entire chart. This is where we've had the most trading activity by far, and it's where the price keeps gravitating to. Then you have this point right above it, which has a fairly decent spike of volume, and directly under it you have this small spike right here. And then you have this larger high volume area here. So this is a good setup already, because we have distinct areas of high volume. If we just had one blob of volume, then we wouldn't be able to read anything. Now we can see the exact areas where price could potentially move to. We just need to decide which area price will most likely head to next. And there are a few methods to doing this which are very effective, and I'll link some other videos here that go more into detail on that. But once we've determined the more likely direction, it's simple. You want to enter at one point, then simply let the market play out until it hits your target level. So let's say in this situation we've decided it's more likely to move to the lower level than the upper level. We would enter short, we would put our stop near the upper level and target the lower level. And it's that simple. And this is something you can repeat again and again. You're looking at how the market is functioning objectively and trading off of that, rather than looking for signals on a chart and an indicator you barely understand. You get in late and get out too early or even later because buyers and sellers move way faster than an indicator can process, if it's even capable of processing a move like that. So now you can see why I ditched every other indicator for this one. It's the only thing on my chart that shows me what's actually happening instead of a delayed, dressed-up version of the price. You just read where the volume is and trade between those points. And once you trade with it, you'll wonder how you ever traded without it. Now, if you want to work with me directly and apply this in real time, the link to the accelerator is below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.